Hey everyone, it's darkspidey34.
Hey, this is Mark.
Just Mark. Sam's not here. I'm sorry.
He's still in space. We were working the kinks out.
Oh yeah, it's really kinky.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a while since I've uploaded anything. It's because I was I was working on that video I mentioned, and as I'm saying this, I'm going to be showing clips of it. I didn't actually get to export it onto my computer because I'm at another house right now.
It's at my house.
Yes, but I will. It will be showing some clips. It's a really short video. In fact, I don't even think the part I might be showing will be in the video. Maybe some parts of it will. I'm still deciding because I want to split it. I either want to split it in half and show that part in another thing I'm gonna make, or just.
You can't show too much too soon.
Yeah, I wish I could describe it to Mark here because he's not seeing what I'm seeing in my head and what everyone else is seeing. But eventually he will. So I'm filming. I'm filming two things at once. I'm filming Regeneration Part 1, and I'm also filming this brick film that I made earlier this year, refilming some stuff, adding some scenes to it, called Piece. P-I-E-C-E.
Okay, I was gonna ask, are you spelling it?
Yeah. Maybe it's a double entendre. I don't know.
You gotta watch it.
It's piece like a Lego piece, but I don't want to get too into that. And I tried making that Back to the Future video. It's all done. I just have to edit it together. But for some reason, whenever I do parodies, or this particular parody, like I think you guys will find it funny. It's just I can't bring myself to work on it. But I'll gladly work on Regeneration Part 1 for hours, or Piece for hours.
Because you don't want to work on it because you don't think it's funny.
I don't know. I feel like it's sucking my soul out because there's so many parody videos out there and it's a bit oversaturated to a degree. So I just like when I'm doing the wacky Doc Brown voice, you know, I'm just like, I don't know. Because I feel like there's some decent material in there. I just can't bring myself to finish it. And it's not a matter of me being lazy. It's just I'm not feeling it. With Piece, I'm feeling it. With Regeneration Part 1, I'm really feeling it.
But I think sometimes when you, even if you don't do something that you don't put all your heart or your hard work and effort into, even if you don't like it, you're still learning something from it. You know? You can still gain something from it. That's why it's sometimes just to do something, just to do it, and just to be working at that craft.
I was trying this new filming technique out when I was doing Regeneration Part 1, Part 1. And some of you guys saw it was in the second trailer thingy in the power transfer video that I made. It's that part where Spider-Man's falling in or flying into the city, and it's kind of blurry. Then he webs at the last second and swings down, and the camera's sort of following him down. That was really hard to do because I was trying to do a new technique I hadn't done before, but I knew in my mind what to do. And I don't know if I should save this for a commentary or do it now, but since it's been 2 years since Cataclysm Part 2, I might as well describe it in full detail, I guess. If you're okay with that.
No,
okay.
Please.
I'll try to make this really quick.
I'm all ears.
So whenever I wanted to animate a minifigure jumping in the air or anything, I would just take a shot of the set without the minifigure on it. Then I would I would put the minifigure on a stick or something to hold it in place. Or eventually I get to the end of a walking animation, then put them on the stick and continue that motion with the stick. Then I would run it together in the editing program to make sure everything looked alright. Then I would bring all the images into Photoshop, take that one image with nothing on it, and stick it underneath the layers for every single image, and then just erase the stick so you just have the minifigure floating in the empty space. So when you run it together again, it looks like the minifigure is jumping on his own. What I wanted to do this time around to make a more convincing shot was to have the camera moving while that's happening, not just me, panning across the video, which is really flat. I mean, if it's tiny movements, it looks convincing, but if you're just going across the image, it just looks. It's essentially a camera going across a flat image, so it's
easy to tell that it's not fully perfected.
Yeah. So to have the camera moving through the scene, I had to take that one image with nothing on it for every single movement that Spidey is on the set. So it was essentially double the time. especially considering I was working with a lot of space. Like he was going down probably a foot, so which is a lot of your Lego. So that's a lot of frames I have to animate. But I think it looks good. I think it turned out all right, and now I'm more proficient at camera movement and editing all that shit together. So, and I can't wait to do more of those, because the only shot I think was revolutionary, at least in terms of how I've progressed, was the 360 tracking shot I did in Cataclysm Part 2. Because that was a challenge, but I thought it looked good because there's so many things going on. Venom breaks through
so
the ceiling.
dense. There's so many things going on in this picture.
Yeah. There actually was a green screen, but it was a in-universe green screen because it was a news station. So
that's how you can get away with it. You know, none of these other big Hollywood producers ever thought about that. You know, what if they just go to a place that's already got the green screen?
Yeah,
then you can make it whatever you want.
I was so proud of that scene. That's one of the things I uploaded first from Cataclysm Part 2 is as it's like a one little clip video. People thought, oh, it's just an in-betweeny thing. Oh, okay. Well, it was actually part of the episode. It was just an extended version of a conversation that was in the episode that ended pretty much the same way with Venom breaking through. Everyone was really shocked when that happened. They just weren't expecting it. Like, okay, here he goes, Reggie writing dialogue because he thinks he's so cool. Oh, shit! Okay, we're sorry. So I'm sorry this is taking a while. You guys do understand. I've read some of the posts that you guys made. You guys are being understanding.
People seem very supportive.
Yeah,
and it's typical YouTube commenters.
Oh yeah, that's because I'm probably not as popular. As soon as I hit that point, it's like it's just gonna all fall.
When you appeal to the grand masses will give their voice back, and it's usually first.
Yeah,
that's all they say.
I'd say
why aren't you making shit?
the tens of thousands of subscribers, like just 10,000 subscribers, boom. There you go. That you reach that point, you can only go down and up from there, and you reach that point where you get negative criticism as well, and not just polite, constructive criticism, which is what I've been getting for like 5 years.
At that point, you just ignore that point because like, I got 10,000 subscribers, baby. I got cash money. All right, I got YouTube money.
Actually, I stopped putting ads on the Amazing Lego Spider-Man videos because I just didn't feel. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about last time, but I completely forgot for some reason, which is why I brought up the whole AdSense thing. I only have ads on videos not explicitly mentioning Spider-Man or showing him on screen, I suppose.
It's pretty smart.
Well, I don't know. I guess the other one has an ad on it. But it's not really about... Because it's just called Regeneration Power Transfer, so it can be whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm just like skirting the... I'm already skirting the rules, but this is a little bit fairer, I think. So I only have them on the commentaries, I think. The podcasts and the Brick Bits videos. Those are the only ones I have ads on them. I think I have an idea for a video featuring Jake and Dan, and it's not one I feel like cringy about working on. I think it's actually really funny. Because I'm gonna edit this part out, but I just want to tell you.
Okay.
It's about Jake buying any food. Stupid shit. So they're just like, what the fuck, man? Why are you doing this?
Do you actually have the Lego figure Wild Style?
I will. And I also wanted to introduce Lego racism, like how they feel about other brands or other types of Legos.
Mega Block motherfuckers.
Yeah. This clears my conscience, I guess, and I don't think I can be sued. I mean, Marvel and Sony are already sharing the rights to a degree, so I don't really know what's going to happen to someone like me doing something like this, so I just want to clear the air here because I'm fucking scared. I mean, I
feel like as long as you've done the thing, like, where you allow them ads on your videos, like, I feel like that's appeasing them so far. Yeah. I think if you would have fought that, then they would have shut you down.
Yeah.
Because I think that Sony is so big that they're not going to bother unless it's like a huge deal. Like another company using their thing.
And I think they let me live not because out of the graciousness of their hearts, but because they simply don't care.
Yeah.
That's another alternative I could have accepted at the time. So I didn't sound like such a fucking bootlicker for corporations. Even though they built my laptop and my microphone and... You know, they made some of these... I mean, they invested it. I mean, the CEO didn't actually literally build it himself, but, you know, he invested, and, you know, they hired employees and managers and marketers and this whole...
They do all the cocaine.
No, there's cocaine, too. Yeah. Well, the cocaine's for the CEO.
Yeah.
And it's for the little guys...
Hey, how do you think that one CEO video got made? Lots of cocaine.
Yeah. What was that video again?
It was just called, like, the most ridiculous, like... I forget what it's like Quadcom Conference 2013 or something.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's really out of touch. really out of touch. Because whenever I see people on YouTube, they sort of have these like introductions, like, "Hey guys, I'm doing this thing here." It just feels kind of artificial.
It is totally artificial. I don't know like how many people I've heard say, "What's up, gang?" or you know.
They genuinely feel that way. That's fine, I suppose, but it just kind of comes off as a little bit phony.
Or
I prefer intros that are a little bit more candid and naturalistic. Like I don't know how.
You mean like the intros where you're like, oh, you can see there.
I'd rather them do a mock of that because that's funny.
But what were you saying?
Mega 64. How do their intros usually go?
One of the things with Mega 64 is they often say we try to do something different every time. So like if you watch like a video that they put out 1 week. Next week, they're gonna at least try to do something different with it. Like, I remember one time they just got like a drone that they could use, and they used that for just one video, and then it was totally just like not how they did any of the other videos, and then next week it was just something else completely different. And I think that helps a lot too, because you can figure out what works and what doesn't instead of being like in the development process like, oh, are they gonna like this? Like, just do it and just see. Yeah. I mean, then if they don't like it, they'll do something new next week.
And you don't always have to listen to the comments, because the problem with the comments is, I've said this before, they're the minority of the people who are watching the video, because the number of comments are always going to be less than the number of videos, and the feedback is squeaky wheel always gets the oil. So you don't always have to listen to, if you're looking for feedback, probably the view count is a good indicator of what's funny, what works and what doesn't work, I suppose. I mean, I know that this isn't the most popular thing on my channel, but then again, I only have like 2,500 subscribers. So that kind of fucks with you a bit.
You gotta realize, it's 2,000 people.
Yeah. And these things usually go on for an hour, unless you're like a really popular YouTuber. No one wants to listen to you talk for an hour in a video that gets to 100,000 views, unless there's like a Let's Plays. Because the thing about Let's Plays, you can just completely turn your brain off and enjoy the video. It's very easy to digest. Same thing with 10-minute videos, because you get in that sweet spot for AdSense, and 5-minute videos. Those are all not just under the YouTuber belt nowadays.
The only bad thing about that is...
So if you're an animator, you're fucked.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know about that. But another thing about that is, like, you get stale really quick if you're just, like, doing the same thing and then, like, 10-minute intervals, like, every time over and over. Like, you run out of material. Like, because usually, you gotta have, like, you gotta be entertaining when you're playing the game, too. I mean... There's a few people that can just play games and silently, and they'll get people watching because like it's like, I just want to view this game vicariously through this guy playing it. But most of the time, you're going, wow, I'm getting scared by this thing, or and then, and like Game Grumps. I used to watch them a lot. Yeah. And then I don't know, you can only watch someone play you can only interact with someone for so long until you're like, okay. You're kind of running stale here. Yeah. Kind of run out of... you can tell that they're trying to make jokes just to make jokes and not being their natural selves. Yeah. And that kind of sucks, because then it's like, well, they can't really stop doing this because that's how they make all their money. But then again, it's kind of not as good as it used to be, so I'm not going to watch it anymore. Yeah.
Some websites, when they get started, they try to, this is what we're doing. We're going to try to diversify a little bit and spread a little bit. Like doubletoasted.com, they host different types of podcasts throughout the week. They have people call in during their live shows, because every single one they do is live, so people can call in. They can actually talk to these guys, and these guys have been reviewing movies since the 90s. They had their own cable access show, and they had a pretty good run on their other website for a couple of years, spill.com, and they had a whole bunch of videos, and they were really popular for a time, and they still are. They regained some of that after their parent company closed down the site. So you get the opportunity to communicate with them directly, and not just through comments or anything. So, and they even started doing things where people can call in and they can do their own review for a movie that they saw that came out recently. And they're really what's great about Double Toasted is their connection with the audience. That's what makes that website special.
But animators it takes so long to make a like less than 5-minute animation, and then you get paid nothing for it from YouTube.
Yes, yes. That's pretty much been my whole YouTube career.
I have a sweatshop going just to make content fast enough.
I wish. I think I like doing this because these are the only time I can get content out, and the shorter videos and the shorter brick films. Because I have another idea for a brick film that I want to make after the one I'm currently finishing up. And I'm really excited for the concept of that one. It's not like action, adventure, zombie, Frankenstein shit. It's just it's a nice little story about this guy who it's an identity crisis just sitting around this one little Lego guy, and that's it. I don't want to say any more. That's it.
Keep wanting more.
Yeah. I'm not even trying to like, guys, I'm really excited about this now. No, I genuinely like this idea, and I want to fucking make it. So after we did the thing with Sam last time, and you know he had something to do with Michelle, so we said we would have a night out in the town, and the very next thing we did was left to go see the Avengers. So, yeah, because this isn't a review site or anything. We're not movie critics. We're just
it's way too late for a review. This is going out. This is just our
we have a
2 cents.
We have a good month or two. It came out in May, right?
Yeah.
So we have a good month of perspective. At least I do, because I was reading through a whole bunch of opinions and how people felt about certain aspects of the film, and I thought about it myself. Because there's that one what's your... I don't know, I guess I'd be spoiling it. It's gonna be spoilers here, guys. So if you want to fuck off, go ahead and do that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you guys. So, you know, they have that one animated GIF of Scarlet Witch appearing in her new costume, obviously because she had some cleavage showing.
Oh yeah,
and it's obviously from a cam rip, and you don't even need to actually literally torrent the movie to know it's from a cam rip because of the quality of it's so fucking abhorrent. But anyway, so the Avengers. I was making fun of the way the movie ended.
Oh, is that how it ended?
Yeah, it ended mid sentence.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, because Captain America's like, Avengers.
Oh yeah, that's
Joss
right.
Whedon.
That's right. He's gonna finish it the next movie.
He's just gonna open.
Yeah, it's gonna start. He's gonna say, "Let's go."
Really, not assemble, not roll out, not.
He's gonna say, "Regulators, mount up."
So we missed some parts of it because I don't know what we were doing. We were just fucking around before we.
We thought it was gonna be later than it was.
Yeah.
I don't know. They always screw up their movie times for some reason.
They do? Oh, I thought it was just us.
No, I thought it was for 5 o'clock, and then we got there early, but they were like, no, it started at 4:30, and we're like,
okay.
So we missed the previews and a little bit of the intro.
So we didn't miss anything because it's one of those openings where, hey guys, it's a sequel. Let's do a opening scene thing where no one knows what's happening. I thought it was the whole film was all right.
It was good. I mean, it wasn't as, you know, kind of exciting as the first one.
Yeah. I
mean, pretty much everyone said this because it's like, you know, you can't just once everyone's together. And they've already gone through that whole movie where they beat the big bad guy. It's kind of like, oh, now they're kind of just punching more robots.
Yeah.
Before it was like, yeah, they're finally getting the Avengers together. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then now it's like, yeah, Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. I would say that aspect of the film, the additional characters, really just the addition of anything, most of it kind of fell flat for me. Mm-hmm. Like with Scarlet Witch. I'm sorry, not Scarlet Witch and not...
Yep, because they never say their name.
Yeah. I feel like there was more filmed for them, but it was cut out at some point.
Yeah, they really didn't do much.
Yeah, and the redemption aspect was kind of rushed. Mm-hmm. Because it was kind of her fault that the Hulk was kind of losing his shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Hulk, I thought, you know, him as a character, the way they did the effects for him, the way the facial movements, the way he moves is they've got it down. They made it distinct. They made it frightening. I think it was really well done, because the Hulk has been pretty inconsistent as far as effects and characterization has gone, even in universe.
Like the first Hulk movies, when they got that guy's face literally just like they really just cropped his face on that CG body. They got oh my god,
handsome Eric Bana Hulk face. It's just
he's got those puppy dog eyes the whole time.
He was a little too green. Too bright. It was too bright green. But for the time, I guess it was pretty. The effects were okay for the time.
I don't know. Those dogs were kind of weird.
That's what I liked about it, because people are like, Hulk didn't fight anyone. Yeah, he fucking did. He fought those dogs, 3 dogs at once. And I actually rewatched it. I'm like, this is not a bad scene. Actually, it's very visceral. That's the first time I ever said visceral on this show. I love saying visceral. It just rolls right off the tongue. Visceral. It's visceral. Oh, that's good.
Well, which roll? This roll.
Visceral. It's a visceral. What do you want? It's the visceral. It's right there.
Visceral or visceral?
It's a visceral. And it's okay if Eddie Murphy can do it, then I'm pretty sure we all can do it. What was that, Coming to America, where he had the makeup as an old Jewish guy?
Oh yeah.
God damn. Whatever. Why does everyone hate Eddie Murphy? He's a great actor. You know?
Because he made Norbit.
Yeah, and because he had sex with a transsexual prostitute. But
it was mostly Norbit though.
It was the equivalent. It was like doing it twice. You know what? Fuck it. Norbit is a brilliant film. It breaks so many boundaries as a film. You know, it gives you a different perspective into the life of the modern African American and the stereotypical, black woman and black man. Because Norbit is a black guy, but he isn't like all, what's up, bitch? You my bitch, motherfucker. No, it's a movie of painting. It's painting a picture of a black man we hardly ever see in film or in the general mindset, and it was really Okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. There's probably a nugget of truth somewhere deep in that shit, but I'm sorry, I can't do this. I have to stop. The fight kind of lost some tension because Tony kept joking the whole time. Every single line of dialogue, I think, I'm not exaggerating, I think every single line of dialogue was a joke.
Yeah.
He wasn't, like, genuinely scared. Because, like, this is scary. The Hulk's loose on a populace, and you're going against him all by yourself. Even though you got this Hulkbuster suit, which looks cool, by the way.
I really like that part of it, just how everything worked.
Even though they stole a shot from the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, when the Hulkbuster first appears and he takes that first step, the shot setup is exactly like the Rhino whenever he makes that.
No one remembers that.
It was in the trailer.
Yeah.
It was in the trailer.
And then they got pissed off when it didn't fulfill itself at the end of the movie.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Oh, they got that right. They put the centerpiece in the center of the movie instead of at the end.
Mm-hmm. So. But I mean, I think they have so many characters that they have to delegate. Like, if anyone's gonna be scared and like kind of worried about people, it's Captain America. If anyone's gonna be cracking jokes, it's Tony Stark. If anyone's gonna be dealing with like inner emotional problems, it's like the Hulk and like I
think there should be some levity though to those characters. Like, they should feel some dread or fear. And I think if there's anyone who's gonna bring that out of Tony, it should be someone like the Hulk, because like, holy fucking shit, he's tearing up everything I'm throwing at him and everything. How do I save these people? How do I fight the Hulk at the same time? He should joke, but I think that should have some effect on him as a character.
Also, it's a Marvel superhero movie in which that like if people get shot if like civilians get shot by if like in the first Avengers, like when they're breaking in that office building, like no one gets hit by a laser. Yeah. They just show, oh man, they're shooting lasers at civilians, but then they cut away from it, and it's like, no, like there's none of that like gritty real violence that Tony would be like, oh shit, Hulk's like ripping some guy's head off and popping it like a champagne bottle. Oh god,
okay. Hulk should have killed maybe a couple of people. Mm-hmm. That might sound a bit morbid.
No, they would have added weight to it,
But okay. Maybe this is partially my fault. To a degree, a tiny bit, because I'm one of those many people who said the destruction of Man of Steel was a little too far out. Even though I said Compared to the other movies that came out that year, all those movies were pretty much just destruction as the centerpiece of the film. And at the time Man of Steel came out, I was really getting kind of sick and tired of it. But if it happens on screen, and if it's part of what's happening in the story, then I'm okay with it. And I think, all the complaints sort of just gotten to a certain point where now Marvel's afraid to be anything like DC.
Yeah.
And I think this is my major complaint about the film is that it lacks levity on that level.
Mm-hmm.
Like, things don't get dark enough.
Yeah.
Ultron wasn't scary enough. It wasn't punched up enough. He was exactly what I thought he would be when I first talked about the Avengers before it came out. And that's what left me a wee bit disappointed. And, if in the only movies, at least superhero films, I'm going to get excited about in terms that will deliver upon that, I think it will be Dawn of Justice. Because, at least it's going to, like, have some grit, and the edginess will play a part in the storytelling of the film, and it'll make me feel something because, I'm pretty sure Zack Snyder and everyone else going into this is aware of the complaints that people had. They're probably still going to keep that same tone, but they're going to maybe lighten it up a bit and hit that sweet middle ground, not the boring middle ground, maybe.
Where just everything's kind of like, it's got too much of like, I don't know, kind of like a family movie kind of aspect to it, where it's like anyone can view it and it's not going to offend anyone, but at the same time it's not taking any risks and it's kind of just pushing it out there.
How do you feel about the whole Black Widow angle with Hulk and everything?
I mean, I thought it was okay. It wasn't like a love interesting fully. I mean, it was enough there to make people think that it like could have gone that direction, but it ended up not, and which I was glad it wasn't. It wasn't like at the end where it was like, oh no, Black Widow's hurt, and the Hulk's like, oh, I can't, I gotta get her, and he's like, no, he's gonna jeopardize the mission. He's like, and then like he saves her, and then he's like, you really could change for me. And he's like,
where the fuck is Betty Ross? Hulk's love interest in the first. Where's Liv Tyler? I just want one mention of her. Just someone from that movie.
Was she mentioned in the first one? Because wasn't Hulk just kind of living on his own, in some shack, and that's how they found him in the first Avengers?
Yeah. So he wasn't living with Betty or anything, and she was already like in a relationship with some dude, so maybe he didn't want to ruin that shit. But someone from that film has to make an appearance. I want a General Ross cameo. I want what's his face to make an appearance. What's he doing now? He's doing nothing. He's probably doing something. I swear, if he gets cast as Jameson or something.
What if who played the Hulk in the TV show?
Oh, that was Lou Ferrigno?
Yeah, what if they just made a Lou Ferrigno cameo and he's just like some pedestrian. He's like, hey, watch out, Hulk! I'm walking here.
That's what they did in the very first Hulk movie back in 2003.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's near the beginning of the movie where he's walking to the research center or whatever. And these two guys walk out. They're both working for security, I think, because of their outfits. One of them is Lou Ferrigno, and the other one is Stan Lee.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be Stan Lee.
Yeah, he always, even if he didn't create it, even if people thinks he created it, he should be in the movie. What do you want me to do? Get a shovel? Fuck off! I'm Stan Lee. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Oh, they have old Stan Lee as a security guard, and then parallel him is Lou Ferrigno, this big guy, and he's like, put the two opposite body types to guard this building.
I was kind of cringing at first because I don't know about this guys. I don't know. And I guess that's part of the tension of the relationship because if they were to do anything, he would Hulk out.
Yeah.
I suppose, but I thought he could control it, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, like
maybe he can control his heart rate. Okay, I think the premise here is he can control his heart rate, and when his heart rate gets up to a certain point, he hulks out.
Yeah.
So, I don't think he can. Maybe I'm missing something, but I just don't. Can he control it while he's, doing it? What if he had children? Would it pass on to his children? Because that's kind of what happened in the first Hulk movie.
But hold on, if you're saying it's activated heart rate, who says he can even have sex? Because he could just be in some girl and then rip her in half because he turns into a Hulk dick.
Yeah. And of course, Black Widow.
Or maybe he's just sterile.
Yeah. Is he sterile?
You got radiation in him.
Yeah. Yeah. You shouldn't bleed or anything. Well, I just meant like at any point where where he bleeds because that radiate because that killed a guy. That killed Stan Lee in the Incredible Hulk, and Stan Lee can't die.
You ever see like in press conferences or like photo shoots? He's ever like shaking someone's hand.
Yeah.
He's taking a little bit of their age, just so he can have a couple more years in the business.
I met Stan Lee once and I got this gray hair after. I actually do.
You touched him, right?
Yes.
Oh, you gotta wear gloves when you touched him. He'll get you. Take a year,
like,
take a minute.
He's like Rogue from X-Men, ironically enough.
Yeah, she's got the gray hair too.
Oh my god.
That's how she got her superpower.
Oh my god.
She's Stanley's daughter.
Oh my god. I hope they never shake hands because I don't want to see the finished result. Maybe they'll just like morph into each other, like fucking Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
and she gets like
they do the fusion dance.
Yeah.
They touch fingers.
I wish he was scarier and looked less like a person in his facial movements. I wish he was a little bit more like the comic design because that'd be a little bit scarier, I suppose. I'm not all too familiar with Ultron as a character. The only comic I read of him was Secret Wars, and that was forever ago when I read it, so I could be wrong here, but
there's like 9 Ultrons or something like that. After I saw the movie, I went home and looked on the Wikipedia just to because I didn't realize like who the Vision was or anything like that, and I just looked up and it's like, yeah, apparently there's like 9 Ultrons. Like apparently he just keeps coming back.
Yeah, they kind of do that in the Avengers because he has different bodies that he transfers from. I don't know if that's the same thing in the comic books. And yes, as I predicted, which isn't a hard fucking prediction to make because they always do that kind of stuff. His final form did look it did look more like Ultron from the comic books in a weird way, especially when he got battle damage, and I knew that was gonna fucking happen. I really liked Vision in this movie, although I feel like his introduction was a bit clumsy.
Yeah, out
of nowhere. Because I knew he was probably gonna be in the movie, but I didn't know exactly. I completely forgot that he was going to be in the movie. In fact, so. Yeah, I really like the way he looks. I really like the way he's played. I forget the actor's name because I didn't look it up. I know the actor's name. I just forgot. I don't know how they're gonna do that relationship with Scarlet Witch because they are an item in the comic books. I don't know how that people are gonna handle that. I don't know. I guess these Marvel films are a little bit more open in the progressive group, so I guess they'll be fine with it. But I don't know about it. I mean, I don't really give a shit. I'm a live and let live kind of guy to a degree. I guess that's most people. To a degree, so where the degrees are.
No, I am the opposite spectrum. You die, you follow me. All right. I'll string you up.
You sound like a villain that would never be in a Marvel movie.
No. Yeah. You know why? I got a British accent. You know, I got one of those Cockney accents where I'm like, oh, bravo, Iron Man.
Oh, it's a really good job, Iron Man. Why don't you go off there and fuck off back to Lego like a little shit. And don't you ever come by me again, or I'll bust your face in. I swear to me mum. You little fucker.
Sound like a...
You little fucker.
Sean Bean.
Oh, I do.
Yeah. Sean Bean and Kit Harington mixed a little bit.
Hey, watch my Sean Bean impression. That joke hasn't run to the ground, has it?
No.
Okay.
Never.
That was a death battle, by the way.
I keep thinking that, like, if there's going to be another Avengers movie or something like that, they're always got to keep fighting robots. You know what I mean?
I don't know if they fought robots in the first one because it was just aliens.
Or, yeah.
Look, there always has to be, like, cannon fodder enemies that you have to spend, like, 10, 15 minutes showing them beat up over and over again.
Which I wish it
because that's some
diverge away from that though.
Yeah, that's some prequel tier shit right there, with the droids and everything and the clones, which is like it's just perfectly encompasses everything wrong with that particular era of filmmaking and storytelling. Cannon fodder enemies are okay to a degree because of course the bad guys probably gonna have an army, then the good guys are also gonna have an army, but you kind of diffuse away. You diffuse any tension away by having them be completely made up of people who are completely expendable. Especially when it's all CG anyway. Like all the clones are CGI.
Yeah, it's like there's not a CG character is not gonna win the fight. If you're meant as CG, you are meant to explode.
Exactly.
You're CG because you're easier to explode.
Exactly.
Like So when there's that one scene where they're all fighting in that one circular place, like when
The arena?
Yeah, the arena, when Vision is like awakened and they're all kicking ass.
I was talking about Attack of the Clones.
Oh, well that too, but still in that, I mean, it's the same scenario though.
It's, yeah, because we got them mixed up.
I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. It's just a bunch of droids that these superheroes are just beating up, and I'm at the end of the day, I'm like, they're not gonna have a droid kill someone. If you get killed by a droid, no one's gonna respect you anymore.
Yeah, if you get killed, no one would see that coming.
Mm-hmm.
Which it kind of does happen, because one person finally someone dies in these fucking.
Doesn't
films.
get killed by a droid though. He gets killed by policemen.
You know, he gets killed by Ultron in the Quinjet, I think. Hey, he's in the Quinjet. He's in. Ultron dumps into the Quinjet, and he's firing at the people trying to get away off the.
Oh no! Wait, he
Meteorite
pushes
City.
someone out of the way. That's right.
Yeah, and Quicksilver pushes him out of the way, and he gets riddled full of bullets. And just to make sure it's not too scary for the little 30-year-olds in the audience, he has to make a joke before he dies.
Yeah.
Because
except I wish it was like in real life where he just got shot. I was like, ah!
Like, oh,
why is he so hot? I didn't think this would be so hot.
Why can't I be like Quicksilver in the X-Men movies where I can just push this shit away? Ah. And I have to admit, even they handled that sort of poorly, because they're just like, hey, Quicksilver, bye, Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Even though he could have helped out tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, he's people with superpowers who can pretty much just stop time. That's pretty much almost like a god-level power. Especially if they can move bullets out of the way.
Yeah, didn't he do that?
Yeah, he did that in X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
That Quicksilver. So, I think what they did for this one, like, we'll make him quick, but we won't make him too fast.
Not faster than bullets.
Yeah,
that's how we get them.
We don't want to make it. We don't want to make it look the same as the other Quicksilver when we do the slow-mo, speed-up stuff. I thought the score was all right. I thought Brian Tyler I thought it was just him doing the score, because he did the score for Iron Man 3 and for Thor. And apparently they thought the Thor score was so... The Thor 2 score was so good that they decided to put it at the beginning of every Marvel movie now for the Marvel logo. Dun, 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 dun. Something like that. I thought his Iron Man 3 score, or theme, I should say, was a hell of a lot better. I was missing Raymond DeJaudy, who's now doing the music for Game of Thrones. He did the Game of Thrones theme and everything. I liked him before Game of Thrones, so yeah. Ooh. I thought he would return for Iron Man 3 because he did the first Iron Man. But I liked it. It was good. It was a good Iron Man. It's a good melody. Want me to hum it out for you?
No.
Okay.
All right, dude.
I forgot. I was gonna do it anyway, but I forgot how it went. Da 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 da. And in between in between that melody, it goes ching on like a piece of metal. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking Iron Man. That's good. Because the score for Iron Man 2 was just like, this is just music playing. I'm not catching on to anything. I don't give a shit. And I would like any score that anyone would have given me at that time, because I was only 16. But I just felt nothing. I felt nothing. But actually, he specifically the Avengers Age of Ultron score, he worked with Danny Elfman. I didn't even know that.
Really?
I didn't know that Danny Elfman was doing superhero movies again. So they did a reprisal of the Avengers theme from 2012, which was done by Alan Silvestri, who did the music for Back to the Future Part 1 through 3, so he has some street cred there. I feel like his melodies are only good parts of his score. I feel like the rest of it is... There's only like one track of that movie that I listened to, The Avengers. It's just the one that says The Avengers, because I like the build up to it. They did, and he actually came up with his own Avengers theme. I don't know if Brian Tyler or Danny Elfman did it, but all the tracks that Danny Elfman have that additional Avengers theme that he made, and he plays it with the original Avengers theme, which is nice. They're both heroic sounding and all that shit. Ultron's theme, however, sounds a little too Dark Knight-ish, you know? Because there's this one melody on the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises that goes And then Ultron's theme goes dun, 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 something like that. They sound really close. And composers do that a lot of the time, sometimes by accident, sometimes on purpose. So it's hard to know. Even composers I like sometimes copy other composers, or they copy themselves. I don't really have a problem with that, because I don't know, I feel like
there's only so many notes you can string together, you know, for certain themes and everything, and some, you know, it's inevitable that someone's gonna accidentally do the same kind of sequences.
It's like Carl Pinkle.
Pinkle.
You know who I'm trying to say? Carl Pilkington. There we go. It's like he said there's only so many notes on a keyboard. You know, you're gonna run out of notes eventually. I don't know if it's possible to run out of notes, because there has to be like in the billions of combinations or something like that for a keyboard.
Plus of all the instruments you can put on it.
And layering in the
But it still happens, though. Even though there's that much, it's still some things. And also, our brains are always looking for things that sound similar. Yeah. I mean, that's...
in our head, we have, like, what is heroic, what is depressing, what is sinister, and all that stuff.
And they try to they try to play to that, too, which is why they end up sounding so similar.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they're trying to elicit a response. And that response is by
emotional reaction.
These instruments and this scary robot.
So it's a good score. I'm glad Danny Elfman's back doing superhero scores, because there was a lot of parts that sounded like Batman and Spider-Man. It's like, are they possibly going to get him for the new Spider-Man movie? He's going to do us another Spider-Man score? It's possible, because they have Hans Zimmer returning to do another Batman score.
Really?
This one, yeah, because both Danny Elfman and Hans Zimmer scored for the big three superheroes: Spider-Man, Batman, and Superman. Because he helped with the Superman score for the animated show in the 90s, and he kind of worked on the Batman score for the animated show in the 90s as well with Shirley Walker. Because they used his theme because it was kind of a tie-in for the sequel to Batman. The Tim Burton Batman, because it came out in the same year, so they're like, hey, why don't you work with the TV show score with Shirley Walker and everything? And that's why there's like two Batman themes going on for that show. And then it became something of its own, obviously. But I'm glad they might get him back for other Marvel projects. Or maybe he was just doing additional music. Who knows? I hope so. I hope he does another Spider-Man score. I don't know why. Just get him back. If people want J.K. Simmons back, you might as well get a behind-the-scenes guy back on these Spider-Man movies.
Do you want the original Peter Parker though?
No, fuck that shit. None of that is okay. You know what? He can play Richard Parker. He can play. Him and Kirsten Dunst can play Richard and Mary Parker. They can play his parents. You get to see the marriage that never was.
And they kill him.
Yeah.
Like
yes.
2 seconds in.
Yes. No, man, it has to be on an airplane. It has to look like fucking some spy movie or some shit. And we have to reveal that at the beginning of the movie, and not in the middle or sometime before the third act starts.
Right.
It's like
you gotta stop yourself. You're gonna get caught in a loop again.
Yeah, it's a vortex. It's a black hole of mediocrity.
Yeah, there's no point going to it anymore. We're just gonna upset ourselves.
Yeah, I thought I could talk on and on about Man of Steel. Man of Steel is the problem I had with Man of Steel was more as a film, but like Amazing Spider-Man 2, like on all levels, it just sort of irks me.
Yeah,
because I see good in this. I see potential here because they're accurate and they're faithful, but they just run it into the ground. They run it all into the ground. They're
doing it in the wrong ways, and where Man of Steel is kind of like not doing it enough.
I don't know. It all comes back to me as meh. But with Amazing Spider-Man 2, it's just more infuriating, I suppose.
I mean, I guess that's because you're more passionate about it, too, than you are Superman.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, maybe this is my own bias. I'm a fucking fanboy. Fanboys either really, really love something or really, really hate something for the same exact reason, so... Yep. God damn it, I didn't want to be a fanboy, but god damn it, I guess I am.
Do you like things? Are you a boy? Guess what? You're a fanboy.
I guess.
So you can't avoid it. You might as well just accept it. Just join in the pool.
I guess no one can take my opinion seriously anymore. Like you guys ever started, am I right?
C plus Avengers.
Yeah, that's what it got on Rotten Tomatoes. It got a 74%, which is pretty low for a Marvel film, I suppose. That was really surprising. It got that low. I was surprised, Interstellar got even lower than that, because it got a 72% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's not actually a genuine score, right? It's Rotten Tomatoes is just. This is how many critics feel about this film.
It's got a big base of critics, so it's kind of reliable. It's
Yeah, I think people judge it the wrong way though. They're just like, it got a B, it got an A, it got a C. That's its grade. No,
but it should just be taking it as one website's kind of opinion on it, not just the oh man, you really got Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, and there's always a bit of a difference between the audience perception of the film and the critics' perception of the film. And they include both scores on the site, so that's nice. And nothing beats word of mouth, to a degree. You always get outliers where people talked all about this movie, and I just didn't find it all that fascinating or good. And I think it's because whenever people say something about something, it kind of paints a picture for us, what we feel is good, what we feel it might be like. So if there's any hype behind a movie, see it immediately, or ignore hype and see it immediately, then you have a more pure
real your own reaction to it, instead of you're always thinking in your head like, oh well, this guy sounds didn't really like the action. But if you went in that without that in your head, you would get just like, oh it was good. You don't have anything played up for you, you don't have anything you're like apprehensive about looking out for. You're just kind of watching the movie.
Hype ruins everything. And I wish I didn't like anything that was popular, because
but that's the reason you like stuff, because that's how they get popular, because people like them.
It's just like, you know what? I'm not gonna breathe air anymore. Air is essential to life, and I guess entertainment isn't to a degree. I don't know.
Photosynthesis, that's where it's at. Be like the plants, bro. Get a sick tan. Just
that will literally kill you though, if you're just breathing in carbon dioxide. How do you feel about Fantastic Four? Because no one's.
No one's really talking about it. I mean,
and everything anyone is saying is not good.
I saw a preview of it.
Yeah.
Before I saw Mad Max, and then I forgot about it because I saw Mad Max.
Yeah, I've been wanting to see Mad Max.
Dude, you need to see Mad Max.
I'll go and see it.
Like, now.
Right now. All right, I'll get a torrent going. I mean, let me see. Yeah, It's looking a lot like Ultimate Fantastic Four, as I thought it would. The effects aren't looking too good. They looked a bit rushed.
Yeah.
Some of the CGI, even some basic things like establishing shots, look kind of awful. And apparently Ben Grimm is going to be the Thing. He's going to be naked throughout the whole movie. So I don't know how they're going to show his genitals.
Does he have rock genitals?
He has a rock. Get it? A rock? Because it rhymes with cock.
I can't smell what you're cooking. I can't smell.
I'm cooking some cock.
Cooking some cock.
Got some dipping sauce. Go with those cocks. I need dicks for the dick ship to get back to the dick planet.
Strong burger. But yeah. Anything I've heard about the movie is all like controversy.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, why is that guy different?
I honestly, that's like the least. Black Johnny Storm is the least of the film's problems in terms of casting, because everyone else looks kind of off.
Yeah, but that's all they're focusing on, though.
Reed Richards has this plain, punchable looking face. Sue Storm just kind of. That actress, what's her name? Kate Mara. She looks like that in almost everything she's in. She's just like, well, if my sister's acting, I guess I'll act too, because my dad's rich and I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I guess I'll act. I guess I'll be in stuff, I guess. I'm bored. I'm acting. And her sister Rooney Mara is she just knocks it out of the park. And she's a great actress, and I'm not getting that thing from Kate. I guess she's just like, I guess. So she just looks, I'm not saying she's ugly or anything, or that she's like a horrible person, or she's not really grabbing me as an actress, and I'm not getting excited for her to play this character. Whereas Michael B. Jordan, in terms of performance, I think he can pull off a Johnny Storm. It's just I don't know if this is the right film for him, or this is the right role for someone like him.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not, all you got to do is cast a black Sue Storm, and there you go. It's not the problem's pretty much solved. I guess, unless you have an issue with interracial relationships, specifically white male, black female, I suppose, which I don't really give a shit. So, I mean, that problem's fixed, but they didn't do that, so it's like, it's even weirder. And you're wasting this actor, you're wasting the talents of an actor on a role that he is not fit for. And it's not his fault he's not fit for it. You made him not fit for it.
Yeah.
So it's not his fault. I don't think.
Got the wrong
It's nepotism and everything, because you worked with him on a film before in Chronicle. So, yeah.
Oh, he was in that?
Yeah, he was the...
Oh, yeah.
He was the black guy in Chronicle.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna be... That's all his acting career is gonna be. He's gonna be some guy with superpowers. Exactly.
He was in other smaller films.
Oh, really?
Like, I forgot what it was called, but whatever. That's happening. The only thing I'm hyped for, I guess, would be if there's any connection with X-Men. I wonder if they're gonna build a little mini universe within the Fox X-Men verse. I'm just wondering, because it says, because on the poster it said, from the producers who brought you Days of Future Past.
Oh, yeah, so, that's right. There's going to be Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch coming as two side characters again. Oh, God. But they can actually say their names this time.
There's an interesting thing that's happening with the way Marvel is dealing with not being able to have the movie rights to Fantastic Four, because they're removing Fantastic Four from some of their merchandise, like, blatantly. And same thing with X-Men characters. They're just taking off like they did some of the Secret Wars t-shirts that they had. Not for the recent Secret Wars, which might have something to do with the way Marvel's handling some of this stuff. I don't know if that's true, but the old Secret Wars, the original Secret Wars sort of cover, they put it on a t-shirt and sell it. It's like, hey, Secret Wars shirt. And someone posted and said, oh, look what they did to it. And I had to pull out my my copy of Secret Wars, to see what was different. I'm like, oh my God, Thing isn't on here. A Wolverine, Storm, Mystique, Nightcrawler, Johnny Storm. I think, he was in Secret Wars. He definitely was in Secret Wars. They're not on the cover at all. You have characters in you have the characters on the Secret Wars T-shirt that wasn't even in Secret Wars at all.
They fill in space because they took out so many people.
Yeah, just like, this is weird. And they have the Peter Parker, the Amazing Bag head, or when he has on the Fantastic Four outfit and the bag on his head.
Oh.
They removed the 4 from some of the, I think from a game or something.
Huh.
Or some merchandise, I don't remember. Yeah, so...
So he's just some guy in like a blue suit with a bag on his head?
Yes.
No, because the only thing distinguishing Fantastic Four is the big 4 on your chest.
Yeah.
So he's just some lunatic.
Yeah, I think this is because if they're not going to make any money off of this, and if Fox is going to make money off of this, we might as well just not even advertise
watch it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of fucking them over. Like, okay, they're going to get the rights back only because they're not going to deem it profitable, because some of the merchandising that they have for it is just like Sun Crush soda. Is this Sun Crush?
No, it's Mountain Frost. Okay. Only the best.
Wrong off-brand. I'm fucking sorry.
Get Mountain Frost from your local Aldi's today.
You gonna recycle that?
Fuck the earth.